In this video, we'll get you up and running with PASconcept. We'll cover everything you need to know, from logging in to defining your password or even recovering it, and of course, navigating the platform like a pro. Step 1, logging in. To log in, it's actually rather simple. Much like every other platform, all you have to do is go to the domain, in this case, PASconcept.com, click on Sign In, and simply enter your credentials. Now, of course, if by chance you forgot your password or you haven't set one up yet, all you need to do is click on the Forgot Password link. This will take you to a page where you enter your email address. Now, it has to be the email address associated to your user, and then an email will be sent to that inbox so that you can recover or create a new password. Once you enter your credentials, simply click Sign In, and just like that, you're in. Now, we've made every effort to make PASconcept as intuitive as possible. In fact, if we ended our training here, there's a pretty good chance you'd be able to navigate through it with little difficulty. But we want to make that little difficulty zero difficulty. So we're going to go over some of the basics you need to be able to use PASconcept like a pro. The first thing you'll notice is across the top you have this menu. This menu allows you to navigate throughout the entirety of the system. Now, your options may be different than mine, and that's all right. PASconcept is built so that you only have access to what you need to have access to. Your administrators will set that up for you. To navigate through this area, simply hover, click, and that'll expand that menu area. Now you'll notice some of these can expand further, and they'll give you some additional options. To navigate to any one of these areas, you simply expand and click on the final element that you want to go to. In this case, I've navigated to my timesheet, and I'll go ahead and go back home by clicking on the little house. Another way to navigate throughout the system would be to use some of these shortcuts. Now again, your shortcuts may be different than my shortcuts, but they work the same way. If I were to click on View, it would navigate me to that specific area. Jobs, proposals, opportunities, clients, timesheet, etc. Now next to it, you'll see a blue button, and this will be true throughout the entirety of the system. In different areas in PASconcept, you'll have the ability to add something, whether it's a new client or a new opportunity, or even a new time entry. All of those buttons will be blue. This is uniform throughout the system. You'll notice even at the bottom, with adding activities and adding favorites, they're also blue as well. It's part of PASconcept universal language. So let's go ahead and navigate to timesheets. Now, PASconcept is only as strong as the information entered, and the root of that information is in time entry. So let's go take a look. Your timesheet is already set up to be the current payroll period. This will be the date range that you're currently in, and it should be defaulted to you as a user. If you're a user that has access to view other people's timesheets, you may see a longer list, or this may be frozen to only give you access to yourself. Either way, the process of entering time is the same. You would simply go to this button, and you'll notice there's something really special about this button. Right now, it's just adding time to a job, right? Add job time. And if I were to click it, it would prompt the process of entering time to a job. However, it's got this little downward arrow. If I click on this downward arrow, it actually gives me various options for this button. So say, for example, I wanted to enter some administrative work that I did that maybe isn't related to a specific job. That would be in other time. Or if I wanted to make a request for some PTO, that would be in vacations and PTO. But for now, and for this example, we're going to use adding job time. You go ahead and click on Add Job Time, and you'll notice the first thing prompted is, hey, what job would you like to enter time for? And quite simply, you could do one of two things. You can either open up this drop down and search for the job you'd like to enter time on, or you can enter keywords associated to that job. So if I know that the job is called Mer Residence, for example, I can type in Mer and it'll pop up. Or Spellman. There it is. And that makes it easier for me to access that. Let's say I wanted to add time to the Spellman Apothecary Project, Project 12-12-34. I've selected it, I hit continue, and then the rest of the form pops up. The first question, task. Which task inside this job would I like to enter time for? Now here, if you're working on a specific task, you would simply select that task by selecting it from the drop-down. You would select the date that you executed that time. So say, for example, I did it yesterday. I would enter the number of hours that I worked. Below that, you would select a category. What category best describes the work you were doing? If you have any question as to what category best suits the work you were doing, ask your administrator or your project manager. Additionally, you can add any series of notes that may be relevant for the time entered, what exactly you worked on, but really the best guidance for what should be contained within notes will be provided to you by your project manager or your direct superior. And then once all that is entered, you simply hit add time, and it'll populate on your timesheet. In fact, if you were to expand it, you would be able to see the exact task and the category that you entered time for. Now, there are a few other little areas that you could observe with inside PASconcept, but those will be shown to you at the discretion of your administrator. And those are the basics of PASconcept. We encourage you to explore throughout the system. I assure you, as a user, your access level is the extent to which you can interact within PASconcept. If you have any questions at any time, you can always go to your administrator, or you can click on this help button on the bottom corner of your screen. This button is available throughout the entirety of PASconcept. We have our support team waiting to answer any question you might have, any issue you may come across. And with that, I welcome you to the PASconcept family. Let's build something amazing together.